The 5 Life Skills program that we co-designed are part of an action research program, our work, in which or by which we were able to gather over 300 needs and capabilities from migrants and refugees themselves. So that allowed us to co-create this 5 Life Skills program, which it is from sustainable livelihood, passing through belonging and affection, and then going to other level of protection and prevention, then understanding and engagement, and to finish participation and social entrepreneurship. So those 5 life skills training areas are absolutely devoted to not only to cover but to enrich the needs and capabilities of migrants or refugees themselves. So as such, those 5 life skills, you will see them areas, 5 life skills areas, you will see them like the constant framework within the curriculum, within the self-assessment, competence self-assessment, and within the social microindicators. From that point of view, we consider what we have conceived as a holistic and more integrative educational model. Now, for this, we really ask ourselves how could a human-centered approach and at the same time a multi-sectorial approach to the education of migrants and refugees could be done. Now, one of the key aims of the project was to prepare adult educators not only to work within their host communities, but be prepared to go whenever they are ready to go and train people in their countries of origin. So that has been, I think, achieved, highly achieved within the project, with examples like Lajil and Shahadit. Now, something very important is not only transferring the knowledge from here over there, but is getting the soft skills, the needed soft skills of adult educators to be able to adapt and to make relevant decisions together with the people over within their own communities. In terms of dissemination, we aim to work with different sectorial organizations from the formal, non-formal, and informal education. With this, for example, we aim to disseminate also the digital tools, which really give much higher accessibility for people in different countries. In terms of disseminating the project, I mean, we have a strategic plan in each country by which partners are still working and continue working with their associates, with the people that they were working, organizations they were working, in order to disseminate the outcomes of this project. And from our part, we have started conversations with international organizations for migration in Turkey and in UK in order to see the feasibility of disseminating this material, this educational resource for their quarters or their offices. But that's something that need to be assessed by them. Each one of these life skills and the training modules that represent these life skills training areas have been aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals. So this is very important because it is stating this kind of commitment that we've got with the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030 through the training modules that we have co-designed with partners. So the 5 Life Skills program that we have developed has 2 different sources. So one has been action research study that we carry out with migrants or refugees, finding out their needs and capabilities. It's important to say that we redefine what a need was in terms that it's not something that they are lacking, but something that their vision and their energy is focused on to achieve. And capabilities, all the context, all the other factors around that will enable them to make their needs happen. Now, something very important. So one side, the action research done directly with them in the field, and then we based our research on 3 different theories. So the curriculum, let's start with the curriculum. It was really based in a human rights approach, not so much in terms of what my rights are, but also my duties as an active citizen within their communities. Then the central human capabilities of Marta Sand and Marta Nussbaum, in which we redefined those factors, those contexts that they really need to overcome in order to fulfill their education. And once again, education as a way of living, a way of determining their own destiny. So that's in terms of the curriculum. If we go to the self-assessment, competent self-assessment, they were based in a self-determination theory, which is based about what motivates an adult educator to learn. And not only to learn, but to do something about that learning. So it is more than just understanding things or getting a knowledge of something or about something, but it's what could we do about that. And to finish, the social microindicators were based in a very thorough study of the MIPEX. MIPEX is the Migration Integration Policy Index that deals with macro indicators regarding the inclusion and engagement, integration of migrants or refugees. In this case, we use them, but we take all those into the ground. So that means that we transform them from macro to micro social indicators. In other words, more, operative and more useful social microindicators by which the migrant or refugee could really feel empowered and could really feel not only entitled, but a duty that they have to achieve in order to talk about their own inclusion and economic engagement. And something very important also within these social microindicators, we use the indicators of the Sustainable Development Goals, but once again, putting them into a micro scale so that people could be empowered and really engaged with the accomplishment of them.